tell the kids them to be silent because I
Bro,
don't
I
tell
can
my
say
kids.
what works for me. You can't tell me what to
Well, go
say.
ahead, go ahead,
Nah,
go
bro,
ahead. But I'm
nah,
here on the
cause that's
platform. I'm
crazy.
here on the
How can you
platform.
come
I'm
up
not
here
in his
and
ear.
tell me what to say and then tell
Of
me I
course, you
can't
are.
tell you what to
Where you
say?
from? Where
Man,
you
come
from,
on,
bro?
bro.
I'm gonna
Come
check you
on,
real
bro.
quick. Where you from? Where you
I'm
from?
So
from
what?
Michigan,
Sit down,
homeboy,
bro.
and my
Chill.
family
All
from
right.
Arkansas,
So you don't
homeboy.
know yourself. You don't know
I do
yourself.
know myself, and I know where I come from. I come.
Y'all take 5. Take 2.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
y'all need
You
to
remember
relax.
what I realized? You remember what I said earlier, right?
Yeah.
We come from the Most High. We come from life. We don't come from our mother and our father or the state there is.
Right.
We come
Okay.
from the
Yes.
So
Most
I'm gonna
High.
show
Sister, I
you.
gotta
We
follow you.
are the
Hold on.
Most High
Time
as
out.
Let me
Time
give
out.
you a
I'm listening to you, and I swear I hear you.
don't swear. Don't
Hold on. Can
swear.
y'all time out? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read. I'm gonna show y'all where all of that shit come from, so you can get a better understanding on how to work yourself through them courtrooms. And I'm gonna give you what helped me, even right up here. What we're gonna do is read the basic concept. This is incredible legal remedies to get any case dismissed in court. It has the websites on them. This is a key and a drawer for you. It's only a couple pages long, so bear with me. It says the person who creates the trust is the settler. The person who holds the property for another benefit is the trustee. The person who has the person who is benefited by the trust is the beneficiary or the sedicate trust. The property the property that comprises the trust is the trustee's rights, corpse, principles, or subject matter. For example, a parent signs over certain stocks to a bank to merge for a child with instructions to give the divine, hold on, Justice, to give a divine, where was I? The child to give the divided check to him each year until he becomes 21 years of age, at which time he is to receive all the stocks. The parent is the settler. The bank is the trustee. The stocks is the trust, whereas and the child is the beneficiary. Four, whenever the settler relies on the trustees and places social confidence in her, the trustee must act in good faith with strict honesty and due regards to protect and serve the interests of the beneficiary. The trustee also has a fiduciary relationship with the beneficiaries of the trust. A trustee takes legal title to the trust res, which means that the trustee interest is the property appears. I mean, trustee the interest in the property appears to be one of complete ownership and possessions, but the trustee does not have the right to receive any benefit from the trust. So what I want you to they're gonna show I'm about to show you how they made all this shit with the Sedicate Trust. The rights to benefits from the property known as the adequatable title belongs to the beneficiary. The terms of the trust are duties and powers of the trustee and the rights of the beneficiary conferred in the settlers when he created the trust. TikTok for educational purposes only. I'm not a lawyer and I do not give legal advice. State trustee and the court's decision governs the law of the trust, right? The vitality of the trust of real property is determined by the law of the state where the property is located. The law of the state of the permanent residence, the docile of the settler frequently governs a trust or personal property, but courts also consider a number of factors, such as the intentions of the settler, the states where the settler lives, and the states where the trustee lives, and the location of the trust property. When deciding which state has the greatest interest in regulating the trustee's property, as a general rule, personal property can be held in a trust created orally, spoken orally, express trust of real property. However, it must be in a writing to be enforced. So when it's in written, it can be enforced. When it's verbal, it can be enforced, but not as much as when you sign your name to things. When you sign your name to anything, it is considered a contract, whether it be birth certificate, birth certificate, marriage certificate, a baptism certificate. Whatever you sign your signature on is an agreement and a contract. When a person creates a trust in his will, the resulting testimony trust will be valid only if the will itself conforms to the requirements of the state law for wills, like you giving your wills to someone, right? Some states have adopted all or part of the Uniform Probate Code, which governs both wills and testimonial trust. Now we're going to get to the good stuff. It said, what is the Sedekah Trust? Pronounced Sedekah. And why should you care? In 16, y'all want me, let me put it on the screen for you so you see what I'm reading, matter of fact. Let's see. How do we turn this thing around? Y'all can screenshot this too, I would, because it's hard to find. But it says, let's see. Man, it's hard to read this while I'm holding it. Let's see though. It says in 1666 in London, during the Black Plague, the Great Fires of London, Parliament enacted an act behind closed doors called the Sedekah or Sedekah Act in 1666. Here's a website, right? Reserved status. The act being debated, the Sedekah Act, was the subordinate and rights of man and woman, meaning all man and woman were declared unalive, because we gotta say unalive, lost at sea, beyond the sea. Back then, operating in Admiralty law, the law of the sea. So lost at sea. The states of London took custody of everybody and their property into a trust. The state became the trustee, husband, holding all titles to the people and property. You see, because you are not the living man, you property. So until you reclaim yourself as the living man, nothing you say or do really freaking matters. Y'all can play those sovereignty laws, the games. I've been down that road. I've been through that paperwork. And can also claim damages, reclaiming using UCC 1 and PPSA. Hold up. I hope you recording this. I hope you tapping them screens. I told you I got a key for your ass. I got some keys. Hold on. The rules of the rules of the use of capital letters. So we talking about capital letters and why you see them on your IDs, your birth certificate, SSI. Okay, used in a name when capital letters reused anywhere in a name. This always referred to a legal certificate and birth certificate, right? Sedekah Trust, pronounced Sedekah, common term in the New zillion in Australia, or straw man. Common terms in U.S. or Canada is a legal entity, fiction, created and owned by the, what it say? Who owns it? Exactly. So let's keep playing them games if y'all want. Let me teach you some shit. What they've been lying about for the longest. So first of all, we understand and understand that anything with a capital letter is what? It is not real. It is fiction. It is not,
As they
yeah,
say, legal fiction.
legal fiction. Whom created it? I repeat, owned by the GOV. Okay, let's keep going. Legally, we are considered to be a fiction, a concept or idea expressed. That's how they did us. Look at this shit. As a name, a symbol that legal persons has no consciousness. What do you say? That legal person has no consciousness. What do we teach? Consciousness right here. This is conscious class. So we must be conscious, family. It is a juristic person. Essence,
Yes.
yep. A name written, a word written on a piece of paper, right? So you not a piece of paper, you flesh and blood. Why they getting you mixed up with these people? Why they getting you mixed up with paper? Matter of fact, a piece of paper, listen, because they believe that whatever you sign your name to is a contract. But you didn't do all this. See, your parents did this. So if your parent put you on that shit, that is a bogus slave contract because I didn't sign it. I didn't sign that birth certificate. I didn't make that name. I didn't make that name. My parents did. Huh?
But
Huh?
that's why they use your foot to make a stamp. Huh? And gold standard,
Y'all tap screen for me.
because your body is worth the weight
In
in
gold.
gold standard. That's why you can't
This is the
barter.
trust.
You can't barter work. You can't work
Oh, I'm about
for
to show you.
those
Look,
dollars.
I'm gonna show y'all how all of y'all multi-millionaires keep up with me. Keep up with me. I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna show you how to find your trust. I told you, I've been down this hole a long time ago. And I put that. Hold on. It says, what was it? It says this tracks back to 1666. London is a state, just like the Vatican is a state. Just like Washington, D.C. is a state, the Crown is a unincorporated association. Let me see. It says association. Why? What did I read that one? Why unincorporated? It's private. The Templar Bars is in London, right? Where we at? Every lawyer called to the bar swears alliance to the Templar Bar, right? You can't get called without swearing this alliance. The crown already owns North America and everything in it. It says you own your only way out is to reclaim your dead, unalive entity, straw man, that the crown created. Become the trustee of the Sedekah Trust and remove yourself from the
Admiralty.
emirity law that holds you in custody. Hold on. This is crazy. I kept this forever. What it says, the
Subrogation.
subrogation. I can't see it because I'm moving and reading at the same time. I don't know if I should read from the paper or this phone. Of your rights, where it says, when London burned and subrogation from man's and woman's rights, what it says occurred The responsible act passed the CQV, which is that's the SETA K trust, the SETA K, that's the short abbreviation part. Act of 1666 meant all men and women of UK were declared unalive and lost beyond the sea. The states took everybody and everybody's property into a trust. The state takes control until the living man or woman comes back and claims their titles by proving they are alive, and claims for damages can be made. This is why you always need representation when involving in legal matters, because you're unalive. You're seen to be this word in court. The legal fiction is a construct on paper in a state in trust. When you get a bill or summons from court, it is always in capital letters, similar to tombstones and graveyards. Capital letters? What? Wait, what? Did you not hear that? Did you not hear that? What was that? Aha, what did he say? A bill and summons from court. Look, they summon you like they summon the dead. You hear me? They summon you like you can summon the dead. From court, it is always in capital letters, similar to tombstones and graveyards. Capital letters signify death. What does this signify? Death. That's why they summoning you, right? They're always. Where is my? Hold on, cause I'm gonna have to help y'all. Let me get the highlighter for this, cause this is too much right here. Let me grab a highlighter so that I can highlight these words so y'all can really see this what I'm talking about right here. This the madness that they got y'all playing in. Like I said, paper genocide ain't shit. Y'all think it started with them? Hold on. What do you say? You are right here. Summons. Your summons from court is always what it is always in capital letters. Always in capital letters, similar to tombstones. And where? In graveyards. Capital letters signify what?
Yeah.
They signify death, right? What it says, unaliving, yes, expired. They are writings to the unalive. That's what they are. Writings to the unalive legal fictions. That's what it is. A legal fiction, right, was created when someone informed the government that there was a new vessel in town based upon your birth, or birth certificates are issued at birth, just as ships are given birth certificates, right? Because even ships have what? Birth certificates. Woo!
Yep.
They ain't ready. I'm gonna tell you, this is why I don't be talking about law, because when people get to come talking that shit, I be like, boy, you have no idea. You have no idea. Your mother has a birth canal right here. You see what it says? Your mother got a birth canal too, just like a birth ship, like a birth certificate. She has a birth canal, right? Right there. That's her birth canal. Just like a ship. It's just like a ship,
Yeah,
right?
my mama used to always say, when a mother brings a baby into this world, she's wide open like a ship.
That's right. Y'all tap the screen. Y'all want me to keep reading, man? Tap the screen. Let's get up to 20K, family. Drop some love and some gifts. We're gonna get everybody educated on what the truth is. All this information relates to how the general public are still legally tied, right? Through amity law. Through this ancient legal construct, we can be easily controlled. Learning about your legal fiction helps you to unlock yourself. Otherwise, you are just a vessel floating on the sea of commerce, right? It is possible to be free from financial stress and debt. It says parents are tricked into registering the birth of their babies, right? Ain't that messed up? That's how they do you. That's how they do us. They trick us, right? Because we don't need to go to the house, but we choose to. In about 1837, right? The Births, right? Unalives and Marriages Act was formed in UK, and the post of registration general was established. His job was to collect all of the data from the churches which held the records of birth. Who held them? The churches held those, all that data. The churches had that. That's who had it. Let's be correct. This word, Regis, right? This how I knew I was meant to get this. Watch this. Regis, from queen or crown. All people are seen to be in custody of the crown. This allows people to function in commerce and to accept the benefits provided by state. Now, remember this word, right? This is the doozy. This is the doozy. First of all, let's get a Black Law Dictionary too. We got a Black Law Dictionary, right? We got that Black Law Dictionary. We're gonna do some studying. We're gonna do some studying. So we got that, right? What I want you to take
I got a 5th edition.
What I want you to take hold of is this. Man, how do I show this? Okay, here's my Moorish American card. Here's my Moorish American card. Let me go ahead up and kind of cover up all that. Look. This is my Moorish American card. You see my face? What's my name? What's my name? My name is Regis. That's my first name. Let's keep going. Hold on. Notice that all them letters ain't capitals though. What? Regis? what my stuff say? Regis, right? Someone gave me this like 8 years ago. And when I got to this part, I went back to him. I said, bro, you telling me that everything is set up in my name? Yes. So Regis, they took Regis and they broke it down and put register. Watch this. Look, from queen and crown, all people are seen to be in custody of the crown. This allows people to function in commerce and to accept the benefits provided by the state, right? So now that's how they're giving it through my name, ain't it right? It's coincidence that it's my name. It really is a coincidence, but it is what it is. How do we go get the Moore card? Well, Moorish American, right? And you see, I got a tax exempt number on here. It works too. I use it all the time. Tax exempt number. But this card right here, you can go get them cards from any temple in America. If you claiming your nationality, they'll do it all for you. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. If you get someone to do it online, they might charge you, but you can go to the Moorish Americans. They'll give you you'll get a live birth certificate. Let me show you my live birth certificate. Where's my stuff? Oh, right here. My Cherokee Nation. You see my fast? See my, okay. Live birth. Records of live birth. Hold on. So this is basically everything in a minute. Live birth. You see the American flag. See the, okay. You see it's been authorized. Okay. Notarized. All of this stuff we have to get. You'll get one of these temples. You'll get one of these. Moorish Science Temple certificate. You'll get a lot of stuff, man. They got a lot of different papers. I mean, I can't show all my personal stuff, but yeah, you'll get. Oh no, I thought I dropped that. Okay, now you'll get all that from the Moorish. It don't cost you nothing but a quarter, 25 cents. That's because they have to. I guess the government makes them try to charge you, so they charge you a quarter. It don't cost nothing. You ain't got 2 dimes and a nickel, that's crazy. But the best one to go to is the Morocco, is in Morocco. Morocco is in Chicago. So you want to go there. That is where the biggest temple of them is. They're not going to do nothing over no phone. They're not going to do nothing over no Zoom. You got to get sworn in. You got to claim your nationality. It's not a religion, people. It's your nationality. Especially, you see how I got feathers? Well, they also connected me to Cherokee Nation. My bloodline, I come from Cherokee. So I have my Cherokee Nation. I have my Morse, because all Indians, Native or Indians, is all the tribes is under Moors. They own it. I'm gonna show you who owned America too. Keep playing. I'll give you case law 191. That goes to the people who own America. Over 2 million square miles of America is owned by the what's his name? McNair Turner. Yeah, McNair Turner. Okay. Anyways, so you just go and ask. Yep. But guess what? If you ain't melanated, you don't get it. So it ain't for white people. It's just not. But besides, and Chinese people and Russians, no, it's only for black people. Because that's what it is. It's their nationality. And no one can claim that outside of that. So that's a fact. And that they don't just welcome off. You ain't colored, you not coming to get shit. If you ain't from a tribe, you not coming to get nothing. You ain't from yeah. So I think that covers it up. So we are in custody, right? Worldwide under the IMF. The majority of people are fed, sheltered, and provided for. However, now it is the system that is benefiting. The system's benefiting, not you. Ain't that crazy? They work for you. How the hell are they benefiting? Benefiting while many are suffering. Our poorly fed, housed, and water is contaminated. Many people are now getting sick and unaliving as a result. Not to mention that as people evolve, they now seek to be independent of any system that seeks to control or oppress and harm the earth. This is all taking place on. Let's go to the next. Okay. Y'all tapping the screen. Y'all sharing the live. We got to get up to 20K, fam. Come on. Tap the screen. Share the live. Tapping is clapping. Thank you. What's up, Jungle Juice? Thank you. I see you, baby. When you come up here. It says, what it says. So I'm telling y'all, while they was talking that court shit, he's going to show you how to get that shit dismissed. I'm going to show you how to get that dismissed. Any court case. Because this is the legal remedy, what I'm reading, to get any case dismissed. No matter what it is. We have legally elected representation, right? We have to understand who we are as man and woman and how we can relate in the system, right? The City of London is a centre for marks. What it say, markets, right? Where what it says, merchants work. Then there is mercantile law, right? And then it comes from admiralty, right? Look at the symbols in the cities of London that relate to admiralty, right? Our national banks are not our banks. They are private shareholders. What did it say? They are private shareholders from the private banks. Own the banks. It is all private, not public, as we are led to believe, of as means without. So when you hear like Bank of America, it really means bank without America. Hold up. You ain't catch that part. I'll highlight it for you. So when you see of, right, and it's connected to a bank, it really means without, right? Okay. The bank without England, right? Private bank issued private currencies, right? With, you know what this is, right? Come on. WAR, WAR, 1. A change happened where money was not backed by gold or silver anymore. It is now based on people's labor. People are now, what it says, pledged to the IMF as the surety to pay back the creditors in the global bank. What is that? Global what? Bankruptcy.
Mm-hmm.
Man and woman are not bankrupt. They are the only source of credit. The public is bankrupt. Who's bankrupt? The public is bankrupt. Not the people, but the public. Man or woman are not bankrupt, but the public is bankrupt, right? Registering, right? Regarding the currency that gets issued at the banks of England, people are the gold or the treasure, right? The government issues bonds or treasury, right? Bills that are brought by investors. The money goes back into the economy in order to pay for the people to build things. Example, the Olympics Stadium. For example, the Olympic Stadium, right? However, the people are paying taxes for the privilege of using someone else's currency and paying back the principal and the interest. And the interest. I'm talking about they charged us 3 damn times. 3 times. Bank, you talking about y'all? How you think they charging you for one? How you think they charging you, family? You are all filthy rich. You are all have money in that SSI account, that Social Security number. You all have money in there. Millions. I've checked mine. I know how to check yours too, believe it or not. And you are on how to access that for the longest. And we got it down to a science. It's through the court, right? Insurance, right? On the original loan that was given against the treasury, bonds, bills, and notes. It is a private corporation that will own the Olympic Stadium. Be where we at? Be down here, responsible for running it. Be able to sell commercial rights, right? Yet the people are actually the ones who own it and should be profiting from it. However, principal and interest is coming through the people in order to raise the money, right? It's for educational purposes, TikTok. So where you have commerce and money, right? You also have justice. You need to understand the bankruptcy before you can understand the judiciary, right? You need to accept the bankruptcy, right? You need to accept the bankruptcy. We have accepted the claim to accept the summons, like how they summons you to court. But what do we read? What do we read about summons? When they summons you, it's the same as summoning the dead. Remember, all things in capital means what? What does it mean? Come on, y'all had to be listening. That's a damn shame. It means let's go back, man. That's crazy. Y'all not listening? Let's see. When you get a bill of summons for court, it is always in capital letters, similar to tombstones in graveyards. Capital letters signify death. They are writings to the dead. Legal fictions for educational purposes. The legal fiction was created when someone informed the GOV that there was a new vessel in town based upon your birth. Birth certificates are issued at birth, just as ships are giving birth certificates. A ship is given a birth certificate. Where you think they got that from? Huh? So if you have a birth certificate, where do you think they got that from? Because you come from your mother's water, just the same, okay? Keep up. Your mother has a birth canal. Okay, now that we know what capital letters is, let's stick with it. Let's go ahead. Y'all tapping the screen, sharing the live? What we doing? We gotta tap the screen, share the live, family. Tap the screen, share the live. Hold on. Where were we at? So I got that one. Regardless, this one, raising money, going to people order to raise money. So when you are, thank you. It says, thank you, family. So where you have commerce and money, we read this, right? Just as unique. Okay. Honor and dishonor, right? To remain in honor, you have to accept a claim. Accept the claim, right? Let me zoom in a little bit, just a little bit. There we go. Now it ain't so blurry. The claim, right? And settle it. Then add conditions. I accept on proof of claim and proof of loss. This gives the liability back to them. The legal fiction is, let's go. The legal fiction is always guilty. Always guilty. The legal fiction is always guilty. Like I told you, it don't matter what your little tricky words say. Listen, you got to understand, you going into a court, player. That is built against you from day one. As soon as you open your mouth, you're going to criminate yourself just by saying I. I what? Shut your mouth. Don't you say shit to these people. They don't care if you innocent or guilty. They only care about making a buck. Shut your mouth. You're playing a game with some aliens. They aliens. This is how they think. Only in high courts can a real man or woman appear. Games are played on courts, right? Like a basketball court, huh? Like a tennis court, huh? Like a golf court.
It's the games that we play.
Y'all playing the game, right? See, courts, right? Games are played on courts. Hence, the name court is a game, right? With actors acting on acts, right? So they talking about whatever brought you there is the act, right? So they acting on your acts. What? It has to be treated as a game and just business. Courtroom dramas are misinformation. In the public, we are operating in bankruptcy, and you can receive benefits. It takes a lot of time, effort, and study to use these tools. You have to be prepared to go fully through the process. Get the right tools out of your toolbox at the right time. People need to learn how to act as creditors. So how do you act? We need to learn how to act as creditors. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone trying to highlight it for you. But yes, this is how you need to act, okay? In summary, so we're going to highlight summary for you, right? Because that's what we're about to learn about. Summary. Money is backed by labor, right? We cannot exchange it fairly for gold or silver, right? Capitalism of names means a unalive entity, a legal fiction, right? So we already know capitalization, right? Capital letters in your name, right? Come on, man. This one really needs to be highlighted because you got to remember that one. Know who you are. Know who you are. You are not your straw man or unalive fictitious entity. Learn how to become a creditor in commerce, right? Important. Check out these links so it's gonna tell you to go to these links. These links is shut down, boy. Trust me, I got all I could get before they shut that shit down. That is not gonna help you. And I shouldn't even have this, to tell the truth. I'm gonna just keep this shit with you for real. All the best with this contact. Okay, it's telling you contact them. Where we going? What was this? Winston Shrout's address, Sedekay Act Trust. Sedekay is Sedekey. It's pronounced Sedekey, right? An intro into the ideas of how your entity, straw man, all caps name was created in 1666. An act of parliament created during the Black Plague. So look, this is how they got you right here. This word right here. This word black. The Black Plague. They would talk about the Black Plague. And that's how they added you into that shit. They got you fucked up. Listen. And the Great Fires of London behind closed door were called Sedekay, right? Sedekay, right? Sedekay. Act in 1666. You can read the act here. It's going to give you that when they shut that down. But you can literally just look up Sedekay. And it's going to give you the rundown of it. I don't give a damn how many times I had this about 8-9 years ago, so I knew about this shit before anybody could tell me anything. Tap the screen, share the live, family. Why y'all be acting funny towards me? I'm giving y'all jewels and shit. That's crazy. Y'all never want to show me love. Just take and take. Tap the screen, please. Tapping is clapping. It says the act being debated was the Sedekay Act, which was to subrogate.
It does, pharmacy.
Huh? Yeah.
Somebody in the chat was saying that has nothing to do with our laws today. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Listen. First of all this relates to is court. This relates to your SSI number. I mean, your SSI number. This your capitalized letters on your IDs and your birth certificates. You got to be a goofy not to know any of what I'm telling you right now. This relates to everything. America was owned by the Triple Crown. And I'm about to show you that if you just stop talking. Y'all be so ready to do battles before you even get the whole picture or a story. You're so ignorant. Like, really, like, learn something. Like, for real. This is why I only like talking to people about law, for real, because they think they know every damn thing. And I'm showing you history, dates, times, where it came from. You are a piece of paper to them, boy, girl, whoever you are. You are property. Now, believe what you want. Keep playing that damn game all you want. I really don't care. I'm just going to show the people to whom it concerned, right? Okay. It says the acts being debated was the Sedekay Act, which was to subrogate the rights of man and woman, meaning all man and woman are declared, right, unalive, lost at sea, beyond the sea. This was done during a crisis, right? The state took custody of everybody and their property into a trust, a Sedekay, right? Trust. The state became the trustee husband holding all titles to the people and property until a living man comes back to reclaim those titles, right? And can also claim damages. Like, what be wrong with people? How the hell you think this don't relate to nothing? You got to be blind, deaf, and dumb at the same time. Respectfully, I hope you get it right. Get it right. It's time to tighten up, family. For real. It's time to tighten up, for real. Like, really. It says, what it says, the Sedekay Trust Act or trust created in all capitalized letters. Like, I know you see your, matter of fact, let me pull out I know, I got several IDs. I got passports, Moorish American card. It ain't on my Moorish American card, but I guarantee you, look at that. It's on my ID. Let me see on my passport. It's on my passport. Yep. Those is capitals, right? That's why I had to go get me a Moorish American card to take me as a living man, right? Claim my nationality. So I claim my nationality, right? Okay, right. Whatever though. All capitalized names. It's all capitalized names, a unalived entity, right? Who had all his belongings put into a trust. So if you didn't have a trust, first of all, they wouldn't be writing your shit in capitals. For one, this ain't, yeah, if you didn't have a trust, you would, everybody comes with a trust who in America. Everybody who's born in America come with a trust. I can guarantee you that. This act still exists. What it say? This act still exists to this day, right? And the trust still exists, right? And the trust still exists. Okay? This is how it started. So you can go look up this dude. I will go there and look up his stuff. And this dude and these people all speak about this subject and base the basis of how bankers use the law to hijack in all cap names that you didn't even know existed. It's briefly touched on in this 5-minute video. So you can look up these names. Let me show you. I'm gonna highlight the names. Video by this person. You can look up a video by, he gonna tell you what I'm telling is true, right? This person right here gonna tell you what I'm saying is true, right? This person I'm gonna tell you is gonna tell you it's true, right? Fuck they talking about? This person is gonna tell you what's true. This person is gonna tell you what's true. You can look up those names right now, and they're gonna show you right now how you were hijacked from millions of dollars, and your money's still there. But everything you get them, your social, I'm gonna say your social number too, right? They triple charging your shit. That's why I did. You know what I did? I went and I added more security to my social security number. You didn't even know you could do that, did you? Oops. Now. And it's free. And it's free. And it's free. Wherever you can go get your card from, you go back there and you tell them I want to heighten the security on my card. They're going to give you one sheet of paper. Read it. You're going to sign that more. That means they got to go through you before they even try to access any money out of your shit. Talk about. Tell me, I don't know what I'm talking about. I did it. You're not going to get a new number. That's not what they're going to do. They're going to heighten your security. And you're welcome. And you could come back and drop a gift and say, Supreme, you was right. I know. Cause I did it to my mama. I did it for my daddy. I did it for my sisters. I did it for her kids. I did it for my friends. I did it for so many people in my city and state that they know. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Vision taught us that. He did that for us. Come on now. Never come at me not knowing who I am. Right? I'm dedicated to nothing but the truth. Thank you. It says Social Security that way was, what you say? This, that way also, yes, yep. Wake up, people. We've been lied to and tricked and spell time to wait. That's right. Tell them the truth, man. They get mad at me. How you gonna get mad at me for exposing it and giving you a jewel? That's crazy. You, because this the right thing to do. Shit, as many people wake up, we all do you know what I'm saying? An all caps name that you didn't even know existed. All right, briefly touched on in 5 minutes. So now we're gonna go into this, right? The land of the free, right? Who has that word? The land of the free. If not America, right? The land of the free, right? Okay. Free your mind, change your world. Free your mind, change your world. If you free your mind, you'll change your world. Court. We're going to talk about court now. Who's who, and what to say. Now for y'all, because y'all came in here talking about court, and I told you I'm going to teach you about court. Let me show you how do we break down the science of court. All right, let me put this on here. Thank y'all for tapping the screen. Someone want to come up? I'll let y'all up. I see a lot of people, but it's gonna be hard for me to communicate and get y'all questions. But whatever. It says my position on going to court, right, has always been never voluntary go to court. Live man and woman are not meant to be in any place designated, right, or right, designed solely for the business of fictional entities. What? Because that's what it's for, right? Fictional for fictional entities, right? When we attend court, we are deemed unalive. In fact, they cannot deal with us until we admit to being unalive. A legal fiction, a trust. Court is for titled persons, judge, right? Prosecutor, right? Defendant, right? Bailiffs, right? Let's highlight that so you know who's it meant for. These people, right? That's who's doing it. That's who's getting you. COPs, we know them as cops, right? I call them COPs. And attorneys, where we at? Live man and woman are not recognized, so it makes sense to send a unalive person in attorney to handle our case, except for one thing: they do not know how the system works due to their indoctrination. If you can find one to do as you say, then you will prevail, right? But most of them would rather hang onto their bar cards because they have this bar association card that they're sworn to. I don't think y'all know, but that's what they all under this, right? Then we have what it says.
Is that bar card like when you come into agreement besides standing on business within yourself outside of someone else, like LLCs, incorporating somebody else into your business
I
besides
think that's an attorney.
The bar association is lawyers, attorneys. They have to go to school. Some of them, they pass this exam and they can either have a private or they can have a private business or they can work for the GOV. So the people, this ain't for anybody. You got to go and get this. You got to swear to it. You got to take an oath to their crookedness. You know, this is for all of these people. So me and you can't go get this. I mean, we can only if we plan on. No, listen. To get this, you have to be a prosecutor. You have to be bailiff. You have to be a cop. You have to be all this. You have to be.
Look, a higher official.
These are government employees.
They're higher officials. They're the people that withhold the law. But we have different laws that we can stand upon, and the law that you're standing upon outside of them is our own original, based off of not even like we can get our whole name, our whole entity is like a business, and we can get our whole self back. That's like a straw man. And when we come into court, then we have to base that upon who they put us upon, like our social security number, our government, and all that. So that's just like, us facing what we hold accountability of ourselves. And if we don't know who ourselves are, have any information or any knowledge of the law and who we are, when we can go back to, to where it comes when you say morals.
I'm sorry, but can let me say greetings to you, Supreme, and your guests. I would like very much if I could get the title of this document. Can you hold it still without shaking it? Because we can't read it.
This is Incredible Legal Remedies to get any case dismissed in court.
And when you say Social Security and
legal remedy.
Yes,
yep,
ma'am.
legal remedies, so you can do it yourself and get it dismissed. So I doubt if you're gonna be able to find this. This is something I have for like 9 years going on.
What legal remedy is like we can legalize and
So, darling, what I'm showing you right now, right, for everybody who's just joining in, what I'm showing you is that when they use capital letters, right? When they use your social security, when they use your birth certificate, this is all going back to the Triple Crown, the Seta K Trust. And that is all a scam. Those is all in cahoots to keep your money. And that you, if you have that SSIN number, then you also have millions of dollars in your stuff. So that is on the loan. But right now we have moved down to courts. And what the science I'm about to break down to you is how they trick you to take their case. Take anything from them in court. Like it's a whole system that you got to get aware of. So before y'all try to, ask questions, y'all gonna be able to answer your own questions in a minute. It's all gonna make sense to you.
And thank you. Thank you.
In a minute, y'all welcome. It says the bar social card. You can't, like I said, what you were saying.
No, go back up to the title and let's get that first. See,
Break
what
that
is
down for her. Break that title down.
yeah, what is that? What is that?
This is Land of the Free. It says free your mind, change your world.
Oh,
So,
that's just the title on the
yeah.
okay.
So where we at? We at bar cards, then behave honorably. It says the only thing that unalive, this word, right? This person, this thing, fictional entities want from us is our life energy. So that's what they want, your energy, your life energy, right? It says, and the only way they can get it is by our agreement. Without us, they cannot function. So they are desperate to get us in court, to have us pay the debt which they credited by changing the trust.
And when we ask who are they, may I
The judge, everybody who is highlighted, darling, all of these people right here. These are they. Prosecutor, defendants, the judge, the plaintiffs, the cops, the anybody who worked for the GOV, they, them.
What's the first page? What's the first page? The title on the first page.
So, like, I just showed you that it was called every legal remedy removed. It has websites. You want to go look those up? Screenshot them there. Okay.
Yeah, yes. Hold on, let me get that. But you keep moving.
Yo, something, man. I got you.
She's trying to keep up with you.
I'm trying to keep up with me. I'm trying to keep up.
Keep it right like that. Keep it right like that for a minute. Let me have a chance.
Let mama screenshot something right quick now. So she can do her research, so get a better understanding for herself. But she with you.
You don't have to look up this. All you have to do, because look, all you got to look up is this.
She sure. She just want to be sure.
I know. Look, this is what you got to look up there.
Supreme.
Hold on.
I've got another book I'm gonna put in the chat that people can
It didn't hold it still long enough. I couldn't get it.
Let mama get a screenshot.
Hold on, y'all. Look, this is y'all moving too fast for even me. This is what you need to look up. This is what I'm reading to you.
Write that down, mama, or get a screenshot right quick now.
That's the Seta K Trust. This is going to show you.
CESTUI.
It's pronounced
QUI.
Yep.
Wait a minute, you're moving too fast. Move it.
Baby, I'm not a statue.
It says to K. It says to K. Says to key.
Trust. It's a trust.
Mama, you got your pen. You wrote that down now.
Yeah, I wrote that part.
And it's pronounced like this, right?
You write that
Seta
too.
K. Seta K. That's how it's pronounced. Now you gotta look up that, and you're gonna get all of the history of it, right? All right. Now we're moving on, family. Cause y'all, I tap the screen at least. Y'all tap the screen. Tap the screen.
The book I just put in the chat, that's another book as far as when you're dealing with the police.
Yep, this is gonna
policy now.
The name of it is The Treatise on False Arrest and Imprisonment. It gives case law plus it gives you remedy on what to do before you get into those incidents.
Y'all can't tell
And
the screen. Thank y'all, family. I
what
That's
put
just
what
like
section
basic
of the library
basic
did you
get up to
find it?
instructions,
30K.
baby.
Huh?
You
What you
can
say?
Google that name.
That's
It's a
just like
PDF
basic
online.
instructions.
This is
It's a
basic
PDF
what?
online.
Yeah, for the
Where?
one I'm talking about.
Okay, but
I'm gonna go look up yours.
Yes.
what's the website name?
I don't know the website. You can Google it. Just copy and paste what I put in the chat.
What you
She
put in the
can't
chat?
do that, baby. She
I'll
wrote
send
it
you back.
down.
I'll send you back. I'll send it to your. I'll.
She gonna send it to your DM, mom. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Hush.
So where we at, family? Where we at? We at since the common law, course, we at the top, no longer exists. We know that the case never has anything to do with us, fact or living man and woman, and so anyone who testifies, talks about the facts of a case, of the case, is doomed. All courts, right, operate in trust law. What do they operate? They operate in
Trust
trust
law.
law.
That's
Exactly.
principle. That's like the principle of law. Without it ain't whom it ain't whom did it, it's what was done. Like
Right.
it ain't how you it ain't what you do, is how you do it, basically, yeah. Not who but what.
So based upon what did I say? As essential, what did I say?
Ecclesiastical.
It's ecclesiastical canon law, ritualism, right? Law, superstition, sanctism, etc., which
Canon
manifests
law.
all as indigenous, right? As what? As indigenous. All right, let's highlight this for y'all. Where we at?
Indigenous is natural to this land. Like we are natural to this, like blood, sweat, and tears. Like that's
Ritualism.
if you bury someone on your property, then that's considered you don't have to pay any taxes. It's free land. Like we are indigenous to this land. Like we have certain laws that don't abide by us, but they try to entrap us in it. But they are not. It ain't meant for us, and we can fight it. But we don't have to fight. But that's our nature, and it's righteously our right of passage. As a way of saying it, safe to say. It's law. By our law. It's our law. Like against them, the laws. But it did not abide by it. It's not for us. Trust
So
me.
it says commercially, right? Law, we are in court to take the hit. If they can get us to do so, they use every trickery in the book. Intimidation, they'll use fear, right? They'll use threats, they'll use ridicule, they'll rage, and what else will they use? Even recess and order. And recess means we're going to take a break so they can go get more shit to try to get you with if they couldn't get you to take it the first time. In order to change the jurisdiction, when they know they are losing, in order to make us admit that we are the name of the trust. The name of the trust. What do they want you to admit? They want you to they want to make y'all admit that y'all are the name of the trust so they can charge you.
Like it's our
When
fault.
hold on, bro. No, what they want you to do.
Okay.
So what they want you to do is admit that you are the name of the trust. I'm going to show you how they're going to do that. Y'all gotta let me cook. It says when we do so, we are deemed to be the trustee. When you admit, you are deemed to be the trustee instead of the beneficiary, right? One liable for administrating the trust. Ergo, until now, it has been a waste of time, of our time, energy, and emotions to go to a place where, right, where it is almost certain that we will be stuck with the liability, right? It says we all know from our indoctrination, our programming, and our schooling that judges are what it say? Where we at?
Partial. Impartial.
Okay, we up here impartial,
Administrators.
right? And have
Impartial.
sworn an oath to this effect.
Yeah,
This
they work
means
together.
he must not favor either plaintiff or defendant, but our experiences reveals that he does indeed favor the plaintiffs, indicating a what it says glaring conflict of interest, right? Conflict of where we at interest. It's just hard for me to read from this phone, right? Because it's going up and down. I'm trying to keep it level.
What he's
The
saying is the
prosecutors.
judges and the lawyers work together against any case, and they all eat at the same table.
That's right. Exactly. So the judges, all
Right.
of them, they also
Actually, the prosecutor and the defendant, the two of them, and your lawyer, he's a agent of the state also, because he don't
That's
tell you that he's also working for the state, even though he representing you, you know. So
But
that's
if
it's
law,
a trick.
though.
see,
That's
even
law
if they
of
swore
trust.
to the bail, this the thing. If you have a private lawyer, they could have a private owned business. They could have a private, what do they call it?
And that's personal. That's
Practice.
like
They have a
PI,
private
yeah.
practice. If they have a private practice, and it's good that you ask them that. Do you practice on your own? Do you have a
It
private
seems like he
practice?
do because he's saying he has something to say.
Indicating a glaring conflict. Judges and the clerk all work for the state. All of them. So let's highlight who all work for the state real fast. All of these people, the
We
prosecutor, the
have the
judge, and the
DA,
clerk,
we have the
all work for the state.
investigators, the
All
PD,
work
the
for the state.
attorneys, yeah, the detectives, yeah.
The owner of the CQV trust set a K trust. So, as the case is not about justice, it must be about the administration of the trust, right? They all represent the trust owned by the state. And if we are beneficiaries, right? Because we the beneficiaries, right? The only two positions left are trustee, right? That's the only spot left is a trustee and another one. The trustee and the executor, right?
That's like the treasurer and the executive that you know execute it all when it's all said and done, and it's like a wheel, having a
So
wheel.
if you are not the beneficiary, then you are the trustee or the executor when you come into court. So if you detect the judge penalty, although I doubt the case will get this far. You might just want to let them know that you know this. Let them know you know this, right? If you consider court as entertainment, and if you can stand the evil
Yes,
emanating
emanating.
its officers, the fear and against oozing from the walls. He talking about how treacherous it is.
Someone would be
And the
represented
treacherous
for you.
atmosphere, he just talking about how foul it is there. Then go, knowing that under trust law, we cannot be the trustee or the executor. We cannot be the trustee or the executor in court. That's just impossible.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and that's when you're going through probate.
Because they're the defendants. They defend, and we depend upon them to, look over and handle and manage our case, like we said. And so, but if we
No,
gonna
that,
repre- if
no,
we
you
gonna
see,
represent
we are the
somebody,
surety. The surety.
Benef-
That's
yes,
what we
that's
are.
a
We're not.
representative.
No, the surety, is bigger than all of them. They got to dismiss. When you
That's the
say you're
screen
not
for
the
me.
defendant and you're the surety, they got to know who you are. You're the sovereign. So they can't charge you. They can't charge you with nothing.
That's
They got to
innocent.
dismiss.
That's like, yeah.
Yeah, look up what a surety is.
That's assurance, like insurance, like you covered, like
Okay.
basically.
Okay.
When we get up to 30K, I'm gonna mute the comments. It says where are we at? All right. Beneficiary. It says trustee or executioner of the trust while being beneficiary. This is, I mean, as that would be a conflict. The position of beneficiary may lack clout, but the other position hold liability since the state employees, right, want to be the beneficiary of the trust. The only way they can do so is to transfer to us the liability which they hold. So that's what they're doing when you go to trust. They're transferring the liability which they hold already to you, and this is how they gonna do it. As trustees and
They like lien holders.
executors, where we at?
Just like lien holders. Yes.
Because they also cannot be both the administrators and beneficiaries of, right, the trust. So trustship and what the word is, executionership. Let's say executorship.
Yeah.
Executorship. Example, suretyship becomes a hot potato, and everyone wants to toss it. So
like it.
he or
This
she,
ain't mine. Who owns this? Yeah.
he or she can be beneficiary of the credit from the trust. When we were born, a trust, right? Here we go, right? Check this out. Because she said it has nothing to do with her. I was like, okay, you just stay tuned, baby. It says, when we were born, a trust called the Sedeke Trust, CQV was set up for our benefits. Evidence of this is the birth certificate. That's how you know right there. That's one way, right? But what is the value which must be conveyed to the trust? In order to create it, it was our right to property via birth into this world.
Highlight
Our
property,
body
baby.
via the live birth record. That's why I showed you my live birth record. Remember, y'all? Remember I showed y'all my live birth
That's your
record?
birthright. Yes.
Showing them because I need to show them that I am a real living man. I'm not the entity which y'all created, right? And so via baptism. So if you get a baptism, this is how they get your soul right here. They use this to get your soul. They want your body, your mind, and your soul. You have no
That's
idea.
energy harvesting.
Yeah, we read about the energy. We was already reading about them harvesting your energy and how they cipher your energy when you
That's
go
why
in.
they get control. That's what they call the government when they have your social security number, your birth certificate, and you have
That's
to
right.
put in certain ID and identifications in order to go through certain systems. That's what
Yeah.
they did.
Since the state province which registered the trust is the owner, it is also the trustee, the one that administrates administrates the trust, right? The one that administrates the trust, since they also wanted to be beneficiary of this trust. They had to come up with a way to get us as a beneficiary to authorize their changing the trust.
That
Uh,
trusting is
allegedly,
fundamental.
allegedly for our benefits via our signature. Our signature is a contract. We know that on a documentation, right? A document, a citation, application,
That's
etc. And
indoctrination.
then, right, temporarily transfer trusteeship to us during the brief time that they,
Can you
right,
talk to
want
take a
to
pause,
be
baby?
the beneficiary of a particular constructive trust.
Can you take a pause right there? Can we relate on some as you go through these certain scriptures and passages and paragraphs? Can we take a pause and relate and collaborate, and then we go on to the next so we can make sure we're on the same page and
Very
have.
well. Y'all tap the screen when we get up to 30K. I'm gonna unmute the live.
So when they
The
speaking
comments.
on
Go ahead.
this trust fund and this beneficiary and certain things they had to put into law and into perspectives, to when we say building fundamentals, we have like certain signatures, like as in certain signatures can be in, like in school. We went to school when we got our birth certificate. We also had to enroll not in only life when we were born. We had to enroll in schools. We had to enroll in certain systems where we were placed at, understanding depending upon our knowledge and our credibilities we had upon ourselves. But when we say we harvest that, if we weren't applying or we didn't construct to everything that they bought, that was to their level, and if we didn't reach or breach that level, then they put us lower than that. But we the ones that have understanding because we didn't confine in everything that was presented for us of the law, because we are the law, but they brought the law to construct our law. That all this teaching and all this indoctrination, it only divides, and it put us in the matrix, in the system that we have to also go against that system. That's why we also have to adapt to societies. Like kids need to stay in school. We teach them about all this stuff that they weren't taught in school, but they need that in order to survive and adapt to this law and this indoctrination that was put us out there. We don't deter them from it, but we help them to understand how to use it and utilize it as a tool for themselves.
Family likes, family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely it's setting up your trust the right way, and taking it over, from the GOV. There's a right way of doing it. So we know the way, and we have the 3-step procedure we do, where we get our declaration and we put it on the public record there. And then we go ahead and get our UCC 1 financial statement, and we go ahead and put that on
You
there.
promised to give us the website to the
gave
place
you
that
that,
you
bro.
got
The
this
sister
letter
was
from.
gonna DM you,
I already
mama.
gave you that.
Sis is gonna DM you. She's gonna send something to your messages. You just check your messages.
So we're gonna
Okay.
continue. It says, and then temporary transfer trusteeship is used during the brief time that they want to be the beneficiaries of a particular constructive trust. This means that, right? We right here, right? This means that a trust can be established anywhere, right? Because she said this is just London. No, it can be established anywhere, and it's established here also, right? Anytime, right? Anywhere, anytime. They can get your ass anywhere, anytime, but they can get you in court, boy. Listen, and the parties of the trust are quickly attributed temporarily but into place. But since the beneficiary cannot change a trust, only a trustee can do so. It is the state, right? The state that changes the trust, but they do so for their benefits, not ours, right? Occasionally we do reap some benefits from that charge, but it says nowhere near the value which they reap, right? So when they say you do get something out of this, you do, but not in court. You only get something out of Social Security, health care. You only get stuff out of school funding. You get some what they call EBT.
But the thing
Medicare.
is, you
So
might
they-
get some
Yeah,
out of it.
benefits.
It is
That's what
not
they
free.
call
Those are
benefits.
not free benefits. What included with those benefits is they have control over those benefits. You are
They
not a
get
free
the
agency
big
of
bank
your
take the
own.
little bank. The big bank
Yeah,
take
and
the
that's
little
helping
bank.
them. That's keeping you above lower. You know what I'm saying? When they call classes in middle and lower classes. But when you establish your own, then you can put your own family and your own kids. If you establish a business It don't matter what it is. You don't have to have any talent or gift. You can
But this
also
the
create
thing.
something
They
for
taking the
yourself.
most, you taking the least. And I'm telling you, you taking a very, very least. They spoon feeding you millions of your dollars. Think, and you won't even be able to access that until you unalive, right? That's crazy. And
But
you can get life insurance, which I suggest you do. Think bank loans, right? We reap where we at? A percentage, right? Of what they gain from our authorization. So the only way under trust law for them to be able to charge, right? The
I do it.
trust is to get the
That's where the
authorization
bills come
from
in.
the beneficiary. That's the only way for them to reap it, is they get the authorization from the beneficiary. Who is that? That's us. That's us. The
That's paid.
beneficiary is us, right? And we are the beneficiary and the trustee, really, but
And
they
at
gonna
the end
switch
of the
it up in
day,
court on
no,
your ass.
you
This how they
see,
get you in
security.
court.
no, we
The
can't be
only
the
way, hold on, y'all.
beneficiary and the trustee.
After every
Yes,
paragraph,
you
I'm just
can.
going.
Yes, yes, you
Hey,
can.
so after every paragraph we read, we gonna stop so y'all can talk. Can we do that? Cause
Yes.
I don't want to be saying holding this heavy ass phone
All
all day.
right. Now we just trying to make
I
sure
love y'all.
we with each other now. It's all
Okay.
love.
The only way for them to benefit from their charge is to get us to switch roles from beneficiary to what? Trustee. I'm trying to
Trustee.
tell y'all, stay dodge the hijack.
That's
Watch it.
like overseers.
You are the beneficiary all the time in life. You have constitutional rights. You always have been the beneficiary of this government. You have always
Cause this is
been
my
the
life.
beneficiary of this earth. You always been a beneficiary to life. Your people don't have to leave you shit. You already was born rich, so you can enjoy life. You were born rich. Everything on this land is supposed to be free.
This
How do you think
ours,
they
and we
owns?
gonna
Hold on.
build off
How
of
do
however
y'all?
we need
How do
to.
y'all think y'all? We have so many dealerships and stuff. Do you think who you think paid for all them cars? Us. Okay, and then they're gonna charge your ass again. Watch when you go to get the new car. Watch, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. Look, trustee, right? The one responsible for the accounting and
That's
for
treasury.
them to switch uh their roles from the trustee to the beneficiary, because no party can be both at what it's going to say the same time.
Same time.
Example is within the same constructive trust, right? They must, right, somehow trick us into accepting the role of trustee. Why would we do so, right? When the trust is for our benefit. And how does that manage to do? How do they manage to do this? We're gonna pause right there. I know y'all want to say something. Go ahead.
Cause if we
So we can
can't
go to
get,
this one.
it's
Yeah,
like this.
Yeah.
People say a such thing as, oh, okay, my credit ain't good. I done ran up my credit. I done destroyed my credit or whatever like this. Okay, your credit can be bad. You go open your business, get a certain business, about yourself, and open up a business. Then that's your business. That was them that say that you don't have no credit for them. But once you open up and get credit for yourself and open your own business, I'm just saying you can research off of this and go higher than
right,
learn for yourself.
right.
Once you do that for
It's
yourself,
still
you can,
structure. It's called
you,
structuring the right
yes, you
structure,
have a whole open
right
line. You
structure.
can go open a bank account for your business. You can get credibility, and
But
you can build off of that.
before you go to the bank account, sister, you got to set up a trust, and you got to set it up the right way. And that we're talking about the
All right.
structure, how we do it as the indigenous sovereign, and Babylon them respect it, right? Let me tell you how we do it, and they can't phase with us. I'm telling you this. So, all right. So, how you have it is you have the trust, which is all capitalized. So, John Brown, all capitalized. It's the trust. And then the trustee is man of God, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the trustee, the beneficiary is God, the Almighty.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean? So the Almighty God is the beneficiary. So we are work for the Almighty. We not really get the benefit of it. You get me?
Now
Because
there's
you
hold on.
can't
There's
contradict
different
yourself.
courts.
And
Hold on. There's different
the
courts.
Almighty, hold on now.
Family.
God, the Almighty are the beneficiaries. So because we are God's children, we get benefits
Right.
of our
Of this world.
beneficiary,
Of this
which is
world.
the
We all
Almighty.
born rich
Because
today.
none of we know all up with self. When we
Righteous.
get sovereignty is from God, the
Righteous.
Almighty, the
Righteous.
Almighty,
Yes.
the
Yes.
Most
Yes.
High. You get what I mean? So that's how sovereignty come in. You can't go running around
That's
and
great,
talk about you
family.
sovereign and
That's
God ain't
great.
in it. You get what I
Right.
mean? So how we gonna be when you talk about trust? Oh, you can have trust if God ain't in it. So you know you got fake trust, and that's how they know when you have the real trust.
And that's
Because
free.
when I
That's
tell you God
knowing.
is my beneficiary, you know I got the realest trust. You can't break my trust.
Righteous. No God.
Leviticus, my
That's
brother,
law. That's
indigenous,
law.
aboriginal. You see what I'm saying?
Leviticus is law of this land.
Yes, the trust law. When you say trust law, that's a big topic right there. I like how you underline that. You
Righteous.
a lot of people can go educate themselves or remind themselves right now of trust law. Just Google it, trust law, and you're
Right.
gonna see everything. That's like the beginning of where you need to start going, like heading toward that direction, because you're reclaiming, because we never born,
I'm
we
teaching them
was
about trust law
reborn,
right now.
right?
I'm
We
teaching
were
all about that
reborn
stuff right
in
now.
this now, and the birth
But there's different
certificate
types of
is the
courts.
real account, meaning the
There's different type of courts. And why are you yelling? Relax. I get it. And you're right. That's exactly what we're discussing. But first, you need to understand how to operate when you go into a court. We talking different. What you talking about? Civil court, or are you talking about criminal court? Which court are y'all really talking about? Federal court? What or
whichever
state
court,
court? They're
any
not
court I
all the
go into,
same
all right,
when it
any
comes
court
to
I go
civil.
into, I have on a
Go
hat on
ahead.
my head, and when they tell me to take it off, I tell them no,
Well, it
blatantly.
sounds like he was speaking on